Have you ever dreamed of wielding words like a razor-sharp blade, slicing through chaos with such precision that your opponent is left speechless, not from fear, but from sheer awe at your unshakable intellect? Picture this: you're locked in a heated debate, voices rising like a storm, but you unleash a single, calculated sentence that drops like a thunderclap, forcing the room to hush. The other person falters, their bluster deflates, and suddenly, all eyes are on you, not as the aggressor, but as the master of the moment. No yelling, no cheap shots, just pure, elegant dominance rooted in wisdom that stood the test of millennia. Today, I'm unveiling 5 knockout responses that pack the punch of a philosopher's fist. These aren't just clever comebacks, they're psychological shields and swords, drawn from the timeless teachings of Stoicism, designed to silence anyone from a domineering boss to a pushy relative or that relentless know-it-all trying to bulldoze your boundaries. They'll guard your dignity, flip the power dynamic in your favor, and keep your cool intact. And here's the kicker, number 3. It's a manipulator's kryptonite. If you deploy it right, even the slickest silver-tongued fox will unravel. Stick with me to the end, because once you absorb these, you'll be itching to rehearse them in the mirror, and the next time you fire one off, you'll savor that golden silence, the kind that echoes your victory. We've all been there, haven't we? That gut-wrenching frustration when you're laying out a rock-solid point, logical, fair, essential, and the other side just steamrolls over you. They're not winning on merit, oh no, it's the volume cranked to 11, the rapid-fire interruptions, or those sneaky personal jabs that hit below the belt. In our fast-paced, shout-to-be-heard world, too many confuse noise for strength, bullying for boldness, and intimidation for influence. But that's not real power, it's fleeting tyranny, a hollow echo that fades the moment the yelling stops. True authority. It whispers with crystal clarity, commands with quiet control, and leaves others nodding in reluctant respect, even if they disagree. These responses flip the script on that outdated playbook. They're your secret arsenal for turning arguments into affirmations of your inner strength. Inspired by the Stoics, those ancient sages who navigated empires, enslavement, and exile without cracking, they teach that victory isn't about crushing egos but elevating your own. Epictetus, the former slave-turned-philosopher, nailed it: real freedom comes from mastering your reactions, not the world around you. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who journaled his way through wars and plagues, reminded us that serenity in chaos is the ultimate weapon. And Seneca, the statesman who stared down death, warned against letting anger hijack your tongue. With these 5 gems, you'll embody that wisdom, transforming tense standoffs into teachable moments where you lead, they listen, and silence speaks volumes. Let's dive into the first one: I don't need to raise my voice to be right. Oh, this is a beauty, a velvet glove over an iron fist. Think about those scenarios where tempers flare, maybe a boardroom battle where your colleague is bellowing to drown out dissent, or a family dinner devolving into a shouting match over trivialities. They amp up the decibels, convinced that louder equals righter, pulling you into their emotional whirlpool. But you stay anchored, delivering this line with the calm of a mountain unmoved by wind. It's not just a deflection, it's a declaration that redefines the battlefield. Suddenly, their roar exposes their insecurity, while your poise radiates confidence. The room shifts, observers whisper, "Who's really in charge here?" And you are, because you've opted out of the noise pollution, stepping into a realm of rational reign. This phrase draws straight from Stoic gold. Epictetus preached that self-control isn't about bottling up fury, it's channeling it into unassailable logic. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master, he said. By refusing to match their volume, you're reclaiming that mastery. Imagine deploying it in real life: your partner snaps during a spat, voice escalating like a siren. You pause, meet their gaze steadily, and utter those words. Watch the fire in their eyes flicker. They've hit a wall of reason, forcing them to either de-escalate or look foolish. It's empowering, isn't it? Not only does it hush the immediate storm, but it sets a precedent. You command respect through intellect, not intimidation. Practice it, and you'll notice how conversations evolve. People start mirroring your calm, drawn to the quiet power that outshines any outburst. Moving seamlessly to the second powerhouse, the way you speak says more about you than it does about me. This one's a mirror polished to perfection, reflecting their venom right back without a speck of your own dirt. We've all faced those snide remarks, the sarcastic dig in a meeting, the mocking tone from a so-called friend, or the outright contempt that begs for retaliation. The knee-jerk urge is to fire back, escalating into a mudslinging fest where everyone loses. But this response, it's surgical elegance. You don't stoop to their level, you elevate the discourse, forcing them to confront their own reflection. Said with a neutral tone, it neutralizes the poison, turning their attack into a self-inflicted wound. Echoing Marcus Aurelius's wisdom, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. This line embodies non-reactive grace. You're not defending or denying, you're observing, which disarms them faster than any counterpunch. Picture it, a co-worker belittles your idea with dripping sarcasm. Instead of bristling, you reply coolly, and boom, the spotlight swings to their rudeness. They stammer, realizing they've exposed their pettiness, while you stand tall, unscathed. It's a game changer in toxic dynamics, teaching that true strength lies in detachment. Seneca would approve. He likened angry words to unaimed arrows, doomed to miss and boomerang. By using this, you're dodging the arrow and handing it back, all while preserving your peace. Integrate it, and watch relationships improve. People learn quickly that cheap shots bounce off you, fostering deeper, more respectful exchanges. Now, brace for number 3, the manipulator's nightmare. Let's talk when we can do it respectfully. This isn't a white flag, it's a bold line in the sand, demanding civility as the price of admission. In our hyper-connected era, conversations often masquerade as ambushes, endless interruptions, aggressive overtones, and zero space for your voice. You could push back harder, but that feeds the frenzy. Instead, this phrase halts the madness, reframing the interaction from content to conduct. It's mature, assertive, and utterly disarming, shifting focus to mutual respect and exposing their tactics. Rooted in Epictetus's core tenet, we cannot control others, but we can control our boundaries. It asserts your standards without apology. Visualize a debate spiraling, your interlocutor cuts you off mid-sentence, tone laced with disdain. You inhale deeply, then deliver, let's talk when we can do it respectfully. Silence descends like a curtain. They've been called out, not on their argument, but on their delivery, compelling self-reflection or retreat. It's especially potent against skilled manipulators who thrive on chaos. By refusing to engage on their terms, you starve their strategy. Marcus Aurelius practiced this daily, ruling vast territories with composure that silenced schemers. In today's world of online trolls and workplace warriors, this response is your digital armor, ensuring only worthy dialogues proceed. Master it, and you'll cultivate environments where respect reigns, turning potential conflicts into constructive pauses. Shifting to the 4th, I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. Simple. Deceptively so. This is your emergency exit from futile fray, a polite but impenetrable barrier when words turn wasteful. We've all endured those endless loops, opponents deaf to reason, fixated on victory at any cost, their every syllable a barb. Continuing drains your energy, risks your composure. But this phrase, it's a clean severance, reclaiming your time and tranquility without drama. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius's insight, choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. It empowers you to opt out, prioritizing inner peace over ego. No explanations needed, it's a statement of sovereignty. Envision a persistent provoker, needling relentlessly. You respond serenely, and the air clears, their momentum crashes against your resolve. It's not evasion, it's elevation, signaling that your well-being trumps trivial triumphs. Seneca echoed this, peace is worth more than Pyrrhic wins. In practice, it builds resilience, teaching others your limits while freeing you for meaningful pursuits. Use it wisely, and silence becomes your ally, a space for reflection rather than regret. Finally, the fifth finisher, that's your opinion, and I respect it, but I don't share it. This gem shines in subtler skirmishes, with well-meaning allies pushing their views, be it a friend's unsolicited advice or a family's insistent beliefs. It honors their perspective while fortifying yours, avoiding needless clashes. No confrontation, just clear demarcation. Drawing from Seneca's warning against enslavement to others' opinions, it fosters emotional independence. Say it firmly yet kindly, and magic unfolds. They feel validated, yet your autonomy stands firm, often diffusing tension into agreement to disagree. Imagine a relative urging a life choice you reject. This response acknowledges without acquiescing, preserving bonds. Epictetus would applaud, it's reacting with wisdom, not whim. Regularly employed, it enhances self-assurance, earning deeper respect as others see your unyielding yet gracious core. There you have them, 5 verbal virtuosos to silence storms and command calm. Not tools for domination, but for dignified defense, inspired by Stoic titans who turned adversity into art. Recap: I don't need to raise my voice to be right. The way you speak says more about you than it does about me. Let's talk when we can do it respectfully. I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. That's your opinion, and I respect it, but I don't share it. Wield them with poise, and watch the world quiet in admiration. Embrace these, weave them into your lexicon, and transformation awaits. Conversations will pivot to your rhythm, provocations will fizzle. You'll exude that rare aura, controlled, compelling, unforgettable. At Stoic Spring, we channel ancient insights to forge modern resilience, boosting your respect, serenity, and fortitude. Hit subscribe, activate notifications, epic evolutions ahead. Drop in the comments, which phrase hits home first. Can't wait to hear your stories.